this shit. Got my fucking stomach in, never eat a fucking again. Better pray for all my sin, I don't feel no pain again. Fucking quit, got my fucking stomach in, I don't need a fucking again. Suffer now for all my sin, never feel no pain again. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
Waking up like I ain't broke. All I need's a fucking smoke. While fucking walk, drink another fucking coke. Food just make me wanna choke. Got my stomach all like smoke. No, that's not a fucking joke. Clear my plate, I'd rather croak. Extra shit like a bad plot. Mentally, all I do is rot. Feels like I've been fucking shot. Fuck this love, I only set my lot. Why so fat? Why so fat? You so ugly, got no tats. Why so fat? Why so fat?
Now you feel just like a man. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
Feel so nauseous, I can't eat. All I want's to fucking sleep. Caught it out, that's not a leap. I won't, so I'd rather weep. Fuck this shit, I don't know why. Makes me wanna fucking die. All I do is fucking cry. You won't see me eye to eye. I ain't hungry, eat no steak. Want no bake for your cake. Fuck them bitches, they all fake.
They just judge and want a snake. Bile in my throat when I see a fucking note. I don't want to fucking choke. All I need's an antidote. When I die, that's all she wrote. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing. If I'm what I eat, then I must be nothing.
Yep. No, Chelsea's not here. Yo, what up? And no, we're not playing Afro Man. Holy shit. What up, y'all? What up? Oh, that's what I forgot. Fuck. One sec. I swear to fucking God. Okay, we're good. We're good, y'all. What up? Welcome. Welcome to the Hopium Hour, yo. An hour full of love and hopium and no negativity. No negativity allowed. None. None. And don't look at the title because that's cheating. All right. So there might be a little bit of negativity. Fuck. Lighting is weird. Ooh, darkness. Fuck the darkness. Let there be light and let there be chat, yo. Because the chat's... Is the chat still being gay? Can y'all talk? Can y'all talk? Chatty chat chat. Where is the chat? I don't know, yo. It's disappeared. Okay. I don't know. How's everyone doing tonight, yo? How is everyone? I hope everyone is having a lovely evening. There we go. Okay, it is working. God damn it. Just making sure, yo. Gotta, the chat's been fucking weird lately, okay? It's been pissing me off. Been pissing me the fuck off, yo. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do while I wait for you dipshits to come in. I mean, you lovely people to come in. People who I love oh so much. God fucking damn. I can start bitching already. Who even is Sia? You know that song Chandelier? I'm gonna swing from the chandelier. I can't sing that song at all. I cannot do her voice. But yeah, that song. She sings that, and I hate it because I actually really like that song. I really like that song. It gets stuck in my head constantly. I used to pretend I hated it, but I'll be honest, I've always liked it. I've always thought it was catchy. And I liked it. I thought it was a fun song. I don't know. I've heard some of her other music on the radio too, and I've kind of liked it. I've bumped to it a little bit, but she's really, really, really disappointed me here. Like, holy fuck. And I actually realized some things about her that I didn't even know, and probably a minimal amount of research would have told me, but I didn't really pay attention to her that much because I've never really been a fan. I just enjoyed some of her songs that I've heard and was like, yeah, you know, I can listen to that, you know. You know, like I was never like, oh my god, look at this like deep, amazing fucking music or whatever. It's just, it's junk food music, you know. Chandelier, while catchy, is a junk food song. Okay, it's like it's the kind of song that you listen because it's catchy and like it's got some decent vocals and some decent sounds being played with, but it's like, do I feel good about listening to this music? Not necessarily, and even less so lately, which is fun. So, I guess I'll talk about it. So yes, Sia, the artist, okay? Sia has made a movie. A movie that is, fuck. A movie that has been derided as being offensive to autistic people. I watched the trailer and I could see what people were talking about. And I was like, this feels really fucking gross. I didn't want to watch the movie. Okay, I'm gonna make that clear. And look, I don't tell other people how they need to act or what they need to boycott or not contribute money to. But if I don't feel good about a product or a piece of media or something, I'm not going to contribute money to it. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not supporting this. Chess, on the other hand, really wanted to watch it so that we could comment on it. And she was like curious about how terrible it was and wanted to, you know, see it for herself. I didn't want to watch it, but I ended up giving in the end. I was like, fine, we can watch it. I was like, can we pirate it first? Couldn't find it anywhere, so we had to end up fucking renting it. Total waste of money. Yeah, I did not enjoy this movie. I did not enjoy one scene of this movie, and in fact, I couldn't even get through like 20-30 minutes of it. What are you doing? Why? Okay. I'm a kitty. I'm a kitty now, apparently. Dope. Why not? Why the fuck not, yo? I am a trans lesbian cat girl now, apparently. Thank you. Thank you. I'm succumbing to the tropes, yo. I am the trans lesbian cat girl. Nya. No, I'm never doing that again. Chess asked me to do that. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I will murder every single one of you in your houses before I do that again. I will build up your houses in Minecraft and create little models of you and murder all of you. Every last one. before I fucking do that again. Okay? Are we clear? Are we fucking clear? It's got like bells. Why does it have bells? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. I feel lost now. I feel like this undermines some of what I was bitching about. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Here, let me just post this here. Okay, the movie. Okay, yes, the movie. I forgot. So, I tried to watch this movie. I attempted it. I got through like 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes. Okay, I'm sending Annie this song because I know you've heard it. I know you've heard it on the radio. Maybe I was not good at like recreating it. You've heard it. I know you've heard it on the I cannot think of a single person who has not heard this song on the radio. I've heard it so many fucking times. It's not current, but it's you've heard it, okay? No.
Get a fast, reliable...
No, we're not watching this. Go away. There. This is her music. Go listen to that, okay? Okay. What's it about? The movie? Okay, the movie. Of course you know that song. Who the fuck doesn't know that song? It's everywhere. Okay. Just got here. Love your headband, Jamie. Thank you. Chess is making me wear it. She's trying to further stereotype me. Put me in a little lesbian trans lesbian cat girl box. And I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, god damn it. See, this is what I hate. I try to like let more people come into the stream and talk about some other shit first. I gotta get back. You know what? I'm just gonna come into these streams with like a completely unrelated topic that I can like start bitching about. Because I feel like now I gotta talk about the Sia movie, but now half of you haven't been here for the start of it. It's fine. Okay. Fuck Sia. I mean, it's in the fucking look. It's in the trail. It's in the thumbnail. You can tell my attitude on this movie is not a positive one. Even though this is the hopium hour, okay? And we need to be about hopium and positivity. You know what? Sometimes we gotta talk about negativity. Because you know what? Movies like Sia's music bring negativity to the world. So we gotta talk about it. Let's see. Music. Trailer. I'm gonna show y'all the trailer, okay? We're not gonna listen to it because it's full to the brim of copyrighted music. Okay? So we're gonna just look at the fucking... Okay, I'm not looking at that trailer because that was the scene that...
Writing's not that easy.
Okay, fuck you. Here. I'm gonna do this. I guess I gotta wear it like that. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Yeah, we're not listening to the trailer because we will get copyrighted. Here's what the movie looks like, okay? I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a taste before I bitch about it, okay? call it? The banter segment. Well, yeah, I need to do a banter segment. But it's hard when the chat's not working at the beginning of my streams and I can't talk to y'all. Y'all need to get quicker at coming in my chat and like trying to, you know what? It can be like a game. It can be like a game. Whoever gets to my chat first gets to set the tone of the banter segment. You know? Who doesn't like a bit of competition, eh? Try to get in here first so you can decide what I'm fucking talking about at the beginning of these. And if you want to know when these go live before anyone else, join my fucking Discord. There's a thing in there that lets you get fucking notifications, notification rolls that notify you when I go live. Cause YouTube is shit at notifying people, yo. They're garbage. Okay, let's watch this piece of shit trailer. Why am I wearing the headphones? I don't need them. It's on mute. Okay, so the movie is about this girl. Her name is Kazoo, some shit like that. I don't know. She's a drug dealer. And, oh my god. I forgot, dude. Someone else I'm fucking really fucking disappointed in. Ben Schwartz was in this. Now, I imagine Ben Schwartz didn't know the extent of what was going to be happening in this movie before he took the contract, but I really love Ben Schwartz. I've loved Ben Schwartz. I know some of y'all are like, oh yeah, Ben Schwartz, the Sonic the Hedgehog guy. Nah, okay? I've loved Ben Schwartz since way before he was ever on fucking, in Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? I've loved Ben Schwartz since back in the day when he was making, dope-ass college humor videos with Jake and Amir. And some of his, like, other roles. Dude, he was in House of Lies. He was really good in that. He's been in a ton of shit that I really enjoyed that is slipping my mind right now. Anyway, whatever. So, yeah, he's her drug dealer, okay? So he's the one that she gets drugs from. And basically, so the movie is about her taking care of her autistic sister. Their grandmother dies, and she has to take care of her autistic sister, who is named Music, who I don't know why they're not fucking showing more of her. There we go. This is Music, okay? Now, I bet, you know what, this is okay. You can see already by like the expressions she's making with her face and like the exaggerated like gestures and whatnot. The type of movie that this is, okay? I gotta find a better. This is the second trailer. That's why they barely show any of her. Okay, we're going to the other trailer. Going to the other fucking trailer. Yeah, fuck your stupid fucking ad. Okay, we're gonna have to watch this one, as much as I don't want to. So this scene that is showing right now, in particular, was really upsetting. Because you can kind of see, like, you know, she's upset, she's sad, she's scared, but in the scene right here where she's like, you know, her grandmother's dead and she's like kind of freaking out. They don't show it in the trailer, but she starts like having a panic attack because she starts to realize something's not right. But all throughout it, she's going, okay, I don't like repeating those gestures myself. I think it's really gross. But this scene brought me to tears. And not in a good way. This scene was extremely fucking disturbing. Because I found it to be like emotionally upsetting at the same time as being extremely irreverent and extremely just in poor taste. Everything about this girl's performance as music is really in poor taste. And yeah, you cannot even see the worst of it in the fucking trailer. You can't. I have to actually find other footage of this movie because it's really bad. Like, guys, I can't, like, it's really hard. It's hard to, like, it's hard to find a still in the trailer that encapsulates just how bad this girl's performance is and just how fucking offensive it is. The second scene that broke me and made me unable to continue watching the movie was a scene where, music is having like a fit, but like a panic attack / fit where she's like screaming and she like is like freaking the fuck out, and this dude that you see here, that's they're hanging out with, if I could get a decent fucking shot of him, he basically tackles her to the ground and pins her down while she is screaming. Look, I'm not saying these scenes should never be depicted. Especially, like, not in this way. I'm gonna say that just right off the bat, not in this way. Because this shows, this is portraying it as, like, the right way to handle this. And it's not. As someone who's had panic attacks, and who is not a nonverbal autistic, I have been treated this way. I've been tackled and pinned down to the ground and held down while people who think they're doing what's best for me just tell me to calm down, you need to be quiet, you need to this, you need to that, you need to... It is not an acceptable way to deal with someone who is clearly already fucking terrified. All you're going to do is traumatize that person further. That scene was supposed to be taken out, and it wasn't, and it happens twice. Twice within the movie. She gets tackled because she's having a fit. The second time is in public. I didn't see that part. I'm glad I didn't see that part, because that would have probably triggered me even fucking more. Because the last thing I've ever wanted is to be, like, tackled like that while, like, a bunch of onlookers are watching and, like, judging and being curious or whatever. Like, okay. I'm not trying to hold too much of my own baggage against this movie, but I will say this. This movie clearly already deals with triggering subjects and was already criticized right off the bat before it came out for having really tone deaf and misinformed depictions and ideas of what an autistic person is. And to try to tackle something like that, they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They had no fucking clue what the fuck they were doing. Sia has no fucking clue. And her attitude throughout this entire thing has just proven how much of a clue she doesn't have. How did you stop the panic attack? I just told her to calm down very loudly. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't help. And look, I'm not even saying this scene necessarily should be censored. If it's going to be there needs to be a trigger warning. I know some people are really against this sort of thing, but, and I'm not even saying interrupt the movie, to put it at the beginning, be like, there are scenes, but, which, by the way, anyone who's saying this is fucking dumb and going too far, this is literally what we do with the movie rating system and have done for many years now. At the beginning of the movie, you show a little disclaimer that says, warning, the following film contains scenes that might be disturbing to some viewers. And then you elaborate a little bit. What should you actually do when someone is having a panic attack? I'll be honest, it depends on the person. I know what would soothe me in that moment is not necessarily going to soothe other people. Like, Chess knows if I'm having, like, a really bad panic attack, she can normally calm me down by, like, holding me, like, stroking my hair, or, like, rubbing my back or whatever, something like that. There are some people, and this does tend to be more common with nonverbal autistic people, to whom touch is uncomfortable. And doing that would not help. So I'll be honest, there probably isn't one answer. It has to do with understanding that person and what their triggers are and what would possibly help them. But a good way to go about it if you're in that situation and you don't know is to calmly ask the person to calm down and say, what do you need? I'm here for you. I am here for you. You don't have to worry. What do you need right now? What do you need in this moment? And if they can't tell you, then you just continue to be very soothing and say, it's okay. I'm here. You don't have to worry. And make that person feel as reassured as you can in that moment that they are safe. Because one of the biggest things that causes a panic attack, or because I don't believe it's just a fit. It's not just her being like, I'm mad now, I'm going to throw a tantrum. No. It's clear something happened in those moments to, like, trigger her. So clearly she doesn't feel safe. So yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to know exactly what to do. Let's see. I really wish I could, god damn it. I really wish I could find a scene to show you guys. I almost don't even want to show it, even if I could, but I kind of want to show it so that you guys can tell just how fucking bad it is, because it's really hard. It's really hard to describe what she's doing in that movie that is so offensive without being offensive myself. Basically, her performance is a gross, overblown caricature of what some nonverbal autistic people might experience. It's exaggerated in a really, like I said, gross and insensitive way. And again, by the way, you don't have to depict a nonverbal person like that. There are shows that depict nonverbal children in a way better, just play it safe. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the show Touch with Kiefer Sutherland, but basically he's just a boy. He's quiet and he sits there, and I think he's like always looking at his video game or some shit, or he's always just focused on something else. Do that. Don't do this. Don't even try. I don't care. Because, by the way, Sia, I saw a clip of her, like, in an interview being like, oh, like, it's fine. It's okay. I know someone like this. Bitch, I don't care if you know someone like this. It's really fucking insensitive and gross and almost exploitative of you to depict that in film. And by the way, Rose Black made a good point in the chat. Yeah, it kind of is Oscar bait in one of the worst ways fucking possible. And I'll get to that, because I didn't finish watching the movie, but Chess did, and I pretty much called everything about this movie before I saw it. So, yeah, to anyone who was telling me, oh, just watch the movie before you judge it. Fuck you. I didn't fucking need to. I tried. But I was still able to fucking call this entire fucking movie right from the beginning. So, this girl. What's her name? Like Kazoo, Zoo, something like that. Whatever, Zoo. I'm gonna just call her Zoo because that's what the movie show calls her. Zoo is a drug addict who has just become sober, and now and her grandmother has died. Okay, and now she has to take care of her sister, and the movie basically shows, you know, how much of a burden her sister is, how hard it is on her. But for the most part, the movie actually focuses on Zoo and her life. She starts dealing drugs to make money to support her in music. Her drug dealer, again played by Ben Schwartz, is overly nice to her and doesn't even hold it against her when she loses a bunch of his drugs and now can't pay him for them. He kind of just lets her off the hook for that one, which is weird. Also, she happens to have a really nice landlord who lets them stay there for free because that it's the apartment where their grandmother lived with music, and I guess the landlord's like, it's okay, you guys don't have to pay, you can keep living here, which, okay. So right off the bat, this movie is trying to paint her as a really shitty person. One of the scenes I actually did see was her at the beginning. She's like, at this, I guess like AA type, meeting, and she's been like helping out or whatever, and as part of like her community service, I think, and she is talking. It's the end. It's all closing up. It's all closed up. They're all cleaning up or whatever after, and she talks to the lady in charge, and she like jokingly asks her, like, because she sees like the 20-week chip or whatever on her keychain. She's like, "Hey, is there any way I can buy one of those?" Because, yeah, we have to like hammer in the fact that she, of course, is not willing to do the work to actually better herself. Look how much of a horrible person she is, guys. So, again, it's established she's a shitty person. Here's one of my biggest issues with the movie overall, okay? This movie and music as an extension only exist to bolster the redemption arc of this extremely unlikable, extremely unrealistically lucky character. And it's really fucking dumb. Yeah, well, okay, she's supposed to start off as a horrible character, but then see, here's my problem. And I called this out before I even watched the movie, before I even started watching the movie. The only reason music exists is as a plot device for her redemption arc. Music is a prop. Music is a prop to get Zhu from the shitty, selfish, self-centered person that she starts off as to a somewhat decent person who now knows how to love. The movie even, so wait, this, god damn it, where is he? Okay, so this dude. Ugh, god damn it. I can't get a good still of him. Oh my god. And by the way, it's been pointed out to me that Sia's music videos often do have like gestures like, god damn it, like this one, which is like, ooh, look at me. I get that, okay? I get that. Noted. But then, well, first of all, I think it's a little more exaggerated here, but that raises an interesting question of why her first movie is about this and why her music videos here are so similar to... I think rather than... And I know this is the slightly uncharitable assumption to make, but I almost wonder, has she just been making fun of, like, autistic people this whole time in all her music videos? Low key. And it was meant to just be, oh, look, it's weird. Look at me. I'm Sia. Ooh. Well, I'm not Sia. I actually have a fucking teenage dancer actually do all of my fucking videos for me because I don't want anyone to know how fucking old I actually am, which is why I always cover my fucking face anytime I'm actually in my own fucking videos. But we'll get to that in a second. So anyway, this dude, whatever, we're just gonna go to this because I can't get good stills. Okay, whatever. Another thing that I think and it doesn't really get talked about a lot is the fact that this dude is also used as a plot device in Zhu's redemption arc. Because this guy has AIDS. I know a black man with an African accent who has AIDS. And a fucking... an autistic girl, a nonverbal autistic girl that has fits and needs to be taken care of. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? These characters are nothing more than tokens to make Zhu seem like a decent, because only, and she of course falls in love with this guy and ends up asking him to get married or whatever. The only way that this story can ham-fistedly depict her redemption is the fact that she has to take care of her nonverbal autistic sister, and she ends up falling in love with a black man with AIDS. And I don't mean to bring his race into it constantly. I think it's a little on the nose. It's a little, I don't know. I feel like this is exactly what rich privileged white Hollywood bitches think of when they think of good people is like, oh, I'm a good person because I associate with these people that other people wouldn't. I'm a good person because I would take care of someone that someone else wouldn't, or I would accept someone with AIDS. I would accept someone who's nonverbal autistic. Yeah, it feels artificial instead of organic, and it feels... Oh, by the way, to bring the race thing back into it for a second, another thing I don't see being talked about nearly enough. This is not, what's her name? Maddie Ziegler's, this is not Maddie Ziegler's skin tone. They tanned her up in this film to make her look mixed race. Now, I'm not saying that we should necessarily treat that like blackface full on, but it's kind of halfway to blackface, don't you think? We're going to tan her, make her darker, so that we can say she's mixed race. And why? Why? What narrative purpose is served by making her mixed race? Just like what narrative purpose is served by giving the black guy AIDS? Except, okay, we're gonna get to that in a second. If you guys didn't, by the way, realize just how gross this movie is, I'm gonna blow it wide open. The mask off moment comes in a second. Okay, but so the dude with AIDS, apparently she ends up getting some like AIDS drugs from her drug dealer. I don't know how he would have gotten the drugs for AIDS patients, but he gets them for her somehow. And I think she ends up losing them. But and so it doesn't really apparently there's a couple tossed off lines about like, oh yeah, I'm in drug trials. But then there's also a comment made about about kids with AIDS. This movie's a mess. It's a mess at actually like saying what it wants to fucking say. But okay, so about the drugs. So Sia makes a cameo in this movie. And I'll be damned if this wasn't the most contrived fucking plot line I have ever fucking heard of. Oh my god. So Sia. Now, I'm gonna just say, okay, let's start from the ground up. So this scene was clearly built backwards. Sia wanted to put herself in this movie, have her somehow interact with the main character, but not in a way that would disparage her character, but in a way that would actually do the opposite, make her character seem noble and like a really good person. Ugh. No, just pause. God damn it. Whatever. I really don't like having this fucking movie up on my screen. It's hard to find a good still shot. Whatever. Fine. Here's the bitch. Whatever. So she goes to Sia because Sia wants drugs. Okay? Not for herself, as we know she probably does in real life. No. Sia doesn't want just any drugs. Sia wants painkillers, Oxycontin, Percocet, stuff like that. Because she wants to send it to kids in Haiti who have broken bones and lost their legs and shit like that due to the disasters in Haiti that happened God knows how long ago now. I could not have come up with a more ridiculous, contrived fucking excuse for a cameo if I had all fucking year. Like, I don't know what she was thinking. She wants to meet with a drug dealer so that she can get drugs to fly on her private plane, which I guess Sia has never been told that private planes still have to go through customs. Maybe she should talk to Lil Wayne about that one. Because customs is absolutely still a fucking thing. But okay. So Sia's a drug dealer for sick kids overseas. Nice. Do you guys see what I mean? Just like that scene was written and contrived in a way to make Sia seem like a good person, I feel like this entire movie was written and contrived and you know, they tried to make it seem, you know, they tried to make a character that they could make seem as sympathetic as possible, like music. And I'm not even saying that they had malicious intent with the way they depicted her. But the way they depicted her shows a lot of fucking ignorance. And honestly, my overall vibe from this whole thing, and here's something I find really funny, actually. Because my vibe from this thing is that this was made by a child. This was made by like a tone-deaf, wannabe woke teenager who thinks they have the world figured out. And, you know, thinks they're being deep and thinks they're going to win an Emmy. But instead it was just written by Sia. Because I didn't realize this about Sia. I guess I'm kind of ignorant on this. Based on her music, just hearing it on the radio, and the glimpses I've caught of her from her videos and whatnot, or whatever, or wherever she appears, because she always has like big crazy hair and her face is covered usually, and I didn't realize why that is. Sia's 45, middle-aged, and she made this. I would be embarrassed if I made this as a teenager. I would be embarrassed if I made this as a child. I'm astounded. I have no idea what city this is taking place in. I am astounded. And her attitude after the fucking shit started coming out kind of proves that. Here's my favorite tweet that she put out that just shows you like the fucking childish mindset this woman is in. Grr. Fuckity fuck. Why won't you watch my film before you judge it? Fury. Grr. Fuckity fuck. Why won't you watch my film before you judge it? Fury. Some autistic actors approached her on Twitter and said, why didn't you use an autistic actor to play her? There are plenty of autistic actors. If I'd have known, you know, I'm an autistic actor. If I'd have known, I'd have fucking thrown my own hat in the ring. I also know some people. And her only response is, maybe you're just a bad actor. Even though there's no proof that they actually held auditions for this role. After the original girl, they originally did have an autistic girl. She dropped out because she was uncomfortable recording some of the scenes. I wonder why. I don't blame her. But Sia, being the obstinate bitch that she is, the self-centered, tone-deaf, completely unable to look inward at herself bitch that she is, rather than saying, maybe there's a reason why a real autistic girl is not comfortable filming these scenes. No. Instead, they got rid of her and cast Maddie Ziegler, who is has basically been in every single one of Sia's videos. Is like her adopted daughter, her protege, and Sia even said, I couldn't imagine doing a project without her. So, yeah, I feel like she had this chick in mind right from the beginning. She tried an autistic girl out of obligation, and then when she inevitably left, she went right back to this woman. Who, again, plays a really fucking over-the-top... Like, this doesn't look too bad right here. They're strategically not showing the most exaggerated... And again, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat the gestures that this actress makes. Because, again, seeing her do that, especially in a scene that is supposed to be trying to hit an emotional note... Offensive is the only word I can really muster. Offensive, tone-deaf, and gross. Yeah, I couldn't believe she was 45 either. I really thought she was like in her mid-20s or something. I thought she was like one of those stars that like got famous when she was like a teenager. Also, I thought she was black originally. Whatever. She's not the only artist that does the that she's not the only female artist that sings like she's black, and there are a ton of male rappers and artists that appropriate black culture to some extent or another. So whatever, it's not I'm guessing that's not a big deal with her. She's definitely not as bad as Iggy Azalea. But I don't know, dude. This really made me sad. This whole thing made me sad, and I'm really disappointed in Sia because, again, I enjoyed her music. I was not a fan, but the little bit of her music that I had heard elsewhere, I liked. I liked it. I liked her voice. I liked her style. I thought it sounded good. But the childish fucking attitude that she has had regarding this entire thing, the refusal to hear any fucking criticism, and the refusal to work with people who are trying to help her be better and more responsible in what she depicts. Yeah, it just makes me really fucking sad. So yeah, yeah, she is talented, and it is a shame. Unfortunately, when someone's talented in one area, it sometimes makes them think that they're talented in all areas. And this was a really self-indulgent movie. She made it for herself. She made it because she had an idea. She thought it would be good. She didn't want any pushback or criticism. And again, the entire movie is tone deaf. It uses minority characters to as basically tokens for a character's redemption arc. Oh, look at me. Look at how much of a saint. I'm Mother Teresa. Oh, look at me. I look what I've put up with. I put up with this girl. this girl, this autistic girl who causes so many problems, and oh, she's such a burden on me. But I put up with her. Oh, I'm such a saint. Oh, she definitely wanted an Oscar. This movie is so tone deaf and so not Oscar worthy. I think she owes them an Oscar. Yeah. In fact, I said that. Well, I actually agreed with that because Family Guy made that joke in the episode when they were trying to get an Emmy, and Peter makes the joke. They get a phone call. It's like, oh, that was the Emmys. Apparently, that last sketch was so bad, we now owe them an Emmy. I agreed. That episode of Family Guy was that bad. But this episode, this movie was worse. This movie owes multiple Oscars. Yeah. This is at least -6 Oscars. And that's me being charitable. Again, I don't want to try and hold this too much against the movie, but the fact it did... I had a bit of a breakdown watching it. And look, I don't normally hold it against a piece of media when it makes me emotional. In fact, I enjoy a good piece of media that can make me emotional. Doctor Who does it all the fucking time. There are a shit ton of Doctor Who episodes that I cannot watch without getting choked up or even tearing up a little. There's movies, there's shows, there's all kinds of shit that like is really touching in one way or another or makes me feel that emotion, and I love it. I love when a piece of media can touch me in that way. But this was not the same thing. This made me uncomfortable. This made me physically uncomfortable to watch. I felt gross, I felt dirty, and the scene again where Music finds her grandmother dead. You can just see that look on her face. This is as bad as they show it, but it gets way worse. She's like freaking out, crying, but then also doing like weird face spasms and shit, and like weird like goofy, dopey expressions that I don't think anyone would make, especially if they're sad or scared. But that's just sprinkled in throughout everything she does. Again, the kind of shit Trump would do, yo. I'm not... It felt really bad. And yeah, the second scene, the second scene that got to me, which was the one where they tackle her, like that gave me PTSD, and I couldn't continue watching. And so, what's my point here? I think it's important, especially if we're going to do movies. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't actually showing it on screen. Yeah, whatever. Not important. You don't need to see. I can't find the actual screenshots of... I think, okay, this is the closest one I can find. Oh. Where did it go? God damn it. Oh. See, that's not even the most exaggerated. Like, it's still like, whatever. I don't care. I'm done. I'm done digging into this. Okay, so I want to move on to my overall premise here, or my overall argument. Because look, do I think this is a harmful movie? Absolutely, I do. Do I think this is disgusting, gross, tone deaf, and should absolutely be derided, criticized, and talked about? Yes. Do I think it should be canceled and censored and removed? No. As I said earlier, I am all for the idea of trigger warnings at the beginning of movies like this. A little warning that says, warning, the following movie contains this, this, and this. The following movie contains scenes of disturbing scenes of violent restraint, or on a person having a fit, or a whatever, like however you would word that so it could fit in a nice little trigger warning thingy. Warning: this movie contains rape scenes. We already do shit like that. Warning: this movie contains sexual content, or violence, or drugs, or alcohol. I don't see why we can't expand that to include other things that could have a negative effect on people. Again, especially if you're doing a movie like this that's trying to tackle autistic issues. Of course, autistic people are going to see it. Of course, they're going to be curious. And because of this shit, I cannot recommend this movie to anyone. I don't recommend anyone watches it, because I don't care whether you get triggered by it or not. It's just overall not a good movie, but there is that risk. There are triggering scenes. And I think there's some people out there, I know there's some people out there who get really fucking pissed when you suggest the idea of adding trigger warnings or content warnings to the beginnings of movies. I saw TJ bitching about this because, they added a fucking content warning to the beginning of Aladdin in Disney Plus. Like, boo fucking who, TJ? Who the fuck is that hurting? Who is it hurting if Disney wants to be like, so this movie contains some pretty out-of-date racist imagery that kind of like could be offensive to Middle Eastern people. Please take into account the context of this, the original context of this film. We don't stand by any of these depictions or whatever. Like, I saw him getting salty over that. Why? Why, TJ? Fucking explain that to me. Anyone out there who fucking thinks that's a fucking bad idea, fucking explain that to me. Yeah, this movie depicts some racist depictions. Let's have that at the start of Dumbo as well. Shouldn't we? Yeah, we should. Yeah. This movie depicts racist stereotypes. Yeah, this movie depicts sexism or whatever. What's the fucking problem with that? So that we know the context of these things and we can go into them at least thinking about it a little more. Because, see, I find that to be the perfect fucking solution. And TJ is sitting there with his fucking head up his ass thinking, ooh, but slippery slope. Slippery slope, guys. This is going to take them this is going to take them down the road of censorship, of actually removing these scenes. And then they'll remove more scenes, and then they'll remove sitcoms and movies, and then they'll start removing shit on YouTube, and then they'll remove me. It's all about you, isn't it, TJ? All about your fucking paranoia that you're going to one day be fucking canceled. You don't want to be canceled? Don't be racist. Don't be a sexist, misogynist fucking pig. That's it. It's not fucking hard. And if it gets to the point where your fucking videos start having trigger warnings over them, and you think that's not acceptable, we can have that conversation then in that context. But this isn't about YouTube putting and I do think some things should have content warnings. Especially, by the way, maybe if we did that on YouTube, all of the fucking Nazis wouldn't have been kicked off and they'd be still here where we can see what they're fucking doing. We just have content warnings over them now. Be like, YouTube does not stand by this. These streams contain misinformation and blah, blah, blah. Like, what's the problem with that? I'd rather have the content there than being hidden. I don't ever want art to be censored. But sometimes art needs a bit of fucking contextualizing. Especially when there's some out-of-date fucking bullshit. Like, I'm sorry. Do you think there's no problematic movie? You don't think fucking Song of the South maybe needs a fucking content warning in front of it? Maybe? Getting triggered about trigger warnings is so silly. Maybe we should put trigger warnings before trigger warnings for conservative. Yeah, dude. Trigger warning. We are about to show a trigger warning. All butthurt conservatives get out of the room. Holy fuck. I swear to God, guys, like, the fucking conversation gets so fucking twisted. And it really annoys the fuck out of me. Because I see good ideas being done. And people offering pushback to them because no, that's not free speech extremist enough for me. And I do think a lot of people online, especially people that, and I understand why they get paranoid about their own future censorship or potential censorship, or even they have been censored before. I get that. But we need to take a step back and start viewing things with some goddamn nuance. Yes, there are some things that should be censored or just contextualized. Yes, there are some things, some artists or celebrities and whatnot that should be canceled. Yes. But it's not about just canceling everyone we don't like. And I admit it sometimes gets taken to that extent, and I'm against that. But I don't think taking the far opposite position is gonna help move anything fucking forward. We need to have conversations about what does get censored and what doesn't get censored. We need to have conversations about what does get contextualized and what doesn't. We need to have conversations about what is responsible depictions in media and what isn't. That doesn't mean it needs to be canceled. That just means we gotta talk about it. Because there is no single answer for everything. There isn't. It's fucking nuanced. We need to take these things on a case-by-case basis. And when I see fucking TJ out there being a goddamn reactionary, losing his shit just because, someone's outraged about a piece of art again. And just always by default taking the free speech extremist position. Fuck you. That's not helping us. I know you think you're being consistent, but you're actually not. Because there's a lot more nuance. And by the way, TJ, you were the one who fucking taught me about nuance in the goddamn first place. But you seem to have forgotten. Individual situations and cases need to be viewed and handled on a case-by-case basis. There is no one answer for everything. I know it sounds nice. I know it makes things easier if we can just have one standard for everything, but that doesn't work. Because every situation is not exactly the same as another one. I don't care either way as long as they're not censoring anything. I'm okay with content warnings. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not censoring anything. Disney's not, anyway. Okay, this, like, bell in my ear is, like, driving me crazy. I have to take that off. I wish there was a way to remove the bells. I don't like the bells. Fuck the Brett Keane references. I'm not interested. I think it's really damaging to discourse when we behave in a reactionary way. I know TJ the other day was like, what does reactionary even mean? Which I see him doing that a lot when someone accuses him of doing something. He's like, what does that even mean? What is that even? That's not a word. I'm not saying he was wrong about it with, like, or like, oh, everyone just uses this word for everything. Like, I'm not saying he was wrong about that with grifter. He was right, but when it comes to being a reactionary, yeah, TJ's kind of reactionary. And that's why I got honestly, I'm annoyed with him in the first place that he even fucking made me notice this fucking Sia movie issue, because unlike him, when I saw his tweet about this thing, which I think that was one of the first things I saw about it, I looked into it. I did the research. I watched the trailer. I listened to other people's perspectives on it. And I came to my own conclusion. I didn't just see what people triggered on Twitter again. Yeah, fuck those people. I stand with Sia. And I didn't go, oh, TJ getting triggered about people being triggered again. Well, fuck you, TJ. I'm against this movie now. No. I took a look into it for myself. I researched it. And I came to the conclusion that this movie is fucking gross and I don't want to see it. And then I tried even watching it. And it made me more mad. A little, I think his heart is in the right place most of the time. No. Look. I'm not admonishing TJ's character. Okay? I just think he gets a little fucking reactionary sometimes. And whatever, you can say that word is overused, TJ, but yeah, you kind of do. And being reactionary is when you react to something without all the facts, which is what you seem to do a lot of the time. Maybe not all the time, but it does happen quite a bit. I won't even try to watch the movie, just like I won't go on Twitter. Yeah, please don't. It's not worth your time. But anyway. So, look, I think cancel culture and outrage culture are both a thing. And I think there's nuances there. Most of the time, nothing needs to be canceled. Most of the time, I'll settle with just people being outraged. And again, I don't blame people for being outraged. I don't blame people for feeling hurt by depictions in media. I don't blame people for getting upset at insensitivity directed at their group. I empathize with that. And if you think you can't empathize with that, then ask me how you feel when fucking supposed blue-haired SJW crazy extremists are talking about how white men are evil and we need white men shouldn't be allowed to speak because white men are privileged and control most of the wealth in the world. And white men are just fucking racist, misogynistic pieces of shit. Bet you don't like it too much. And I bet you wouldn't like it if the media started portraying all white men as uniformly being scumbags. Or just always portrayed them in a negative light. And I know it's kind of hard if you're a white man to imagine that, because you can think of probably a million different fucking amazing works of art that feature white males as the protagonist, white males that you can sympathize with, and they're decent people. Imagine if all of that was erased, and you now lived in a world where the only depictions of white males were negative. And then you started going out into the real world, interacting with other people, and having them now treat you like the caricature you are shown to be in that media. I don't think y'all will be very happy. I wouldn't be very happy. I think that's not based. It's kind of cringe. Okay? It's bad. It's bad optics. It's bad in general. Okay? We can have conversations about these things. We can talk about them. It doesn't have to be all about canceling. And as I would never cancel most of these movies, I would never cancel outrage culture. I would never tell people on Twitter they're not allowed to get upset about something. Because honestly, without that, we wouldn't know about a lot of these things. We wouldn't know. Twitter getting outraged is the only way anyone pays attention to a lot of issues. Yeah, it's unfortunate, it's sad, but true. I mean, goddamn, like, a lot of the fucking piece of shit celebrities that have been caught doing sexual assaults and shit like that, like, they would never have been known if people weren't getting loud about it on Twitter and talking about it. And I always want us to be able to have a discourse about things as a society. Now, do some people take it too far? Yeah, and they always will. Which is why I like to try and find a reasonable position on something and stick to that, rather than just letting my emotions get the better of me, or letting my perceived adherence to consistency dictate my actions. No. I want to examine each individual case for what it is and come to my own conclusions. And that's what we all need to do when it comes to media. I know it's hard. And for a lot of you, you'll probably spend a bit of time just like, okay, what do other people think? And be like, yeah, that actually does make a lot of sense. But you have to learn to think of these things critically. You have to learn to examine media for yourself and decide for yourself what you value, what you believe to be right or wrong, and decide for yourself, am I going to consume this media and am I going to recommend it to others? This is what it comes down to at the end of the day. Everybody needs to take responsibility. Everyone needs to take responsibility for the media they consume, the opinions they project of that media, and their promotion or disavowal of said media. I'm not asking anyone to jump on a train of this, we all hate this thing. Yeah, jump on the hate train. That's not what I'm saying. If you guys look at this trailer, look at the stuff surrounding this movie, The fact that the movie was sponsored by Autism Speaks, a terrible hate group organization that is disavowed by autistic people and pretty much everyone. If you want to look past all of those things and say, you know what, I still don't see a problem with it, then more fucking power to you. But you've got to do that work. And you have to be able to defend your reasons for defending something. Especially, if everyone else is like, but this is fucking disgusting. You need to be able to defend it in a way that's better than just, well, everyone else is offended by this and I think that's stupid, so I'm going to defend it. That's not a defense of fucking anything. It's not. There's also too much of a hive mind when it comes to fandoms. I understand that it sucks when a person you like is accused of shit, but taking either side without probable cause is really stupid. Yeah, and look, because I want to be very clear here. I want Sia to be shamed for this movie. I don't want her fans to be shamed. Me saying this isn't going to stop it from happening. But I don't want people going around being like, you're a Sia fan? You listen to Sia? What's wrong with you? Because that's also very fucking uncharitable. Different people like different pieces of art for different reasons. Again, I still like the song Chandelier. I probably always will like it. I'm probably never going to be able to turn off my enjoyment of that song. There are other artists whose music I've completely soured on because of my opinion on them. And other creators and whatnot. So at the end of the day, it's a personal choice. You need to decide what you are and are not comfortable with and make those decisions yourself. And that doesn't mean you can't go around being like, yeah, this thing is bad. Hey everyone, look how bad this thing is. But if people don't come to your same conclusion, that's fine. Look, if TJ goes and watches this movie and is like, yeah, it wasn't that bad, I'm going to think he's an idiot. I'm going to think he's really wrong. But if he can honestly tell me that that's his position, I will say, okay, fair enough. You don't see a problem with it. I absolutely do. But it has to come from a fucking honest place. It has to come from a place of knowing what the fuck you're even talking about. And not just being fucking reactionary. So, are cancel culture and outrage culture a good thing? I think they can be. I think they're tools that can be used to do good. They can also be misused to do bad. Which is why I think we need to talk about it. We need to talk about what the functions of these social engagements are. What do we hope to gain from calling something out as problematic? Because I've said already, I am not trying to censor anyone. That's not what I hope to gain from this. I don't hope to have Sia canceled. I want it talked about so that people know where she went wrong and so that she knows what she did wrong. And so that we can talk about being better in the future. But again, that doesn't mean that this piece of art has no right to exist. It absolutely does. And if people find value in it, find value in it. I find no value in it. What do you think of the idea of separating the artist from the art? It can be very hard to do because in a lot of ways the artist and the art are one. Art can be an extension of that artist's being. It's an extension of who they are, and it never would have existed without their experiences and who they are as a person. And now, I don't know if that's true of Sia and her biggest music. I don't know if she is signed to a record label that where someone writes her songs for her. I don't know. I know Manson writes his own music. So when it comes to like Marilyn Manson, I mean, I've always known he's a shitty person. I still reserve judgment as to whether or not these recent accusations towards him are true or not. I lean in the direction of they probably are true. And it's something I kind of just have to accept if I choose to enjoy Marilyn Manson's music in the future. And I do plan to still enjoy his music because I love his music still. I always will. But I've got to kind of like separate that now and be like, okay, well, I think he's a piece of shit, but I enjoy his art. And I recognize the fact that if he wasn't such a piece of shit, his art might not be what it is. But that doesn't give him the excuse to be a piece of shit. So, and by that also means that I don't believe he shouldn't face consequences, because he should if he's guilty. And personally, if he's guilty, I don't feel comfortable monetarily supporting him. That doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy his work, though. Same with J.K. Rowling and Harry Potter. Like I've said, I still enjoy the Harry Potter movies. I still enjoy that universe. I don't enjoy the Fantastic Beasts movies, and I probably never will. But I enjoy the Harry Potter movies and the books, and I will. I don't plan to support her anymore, though, monetarily, if I can help it. And that's kind of my attitude towards Sia now. And I don't think she's quite as bad as either of those people, but just really tone deaf, really childish, really unable to handle criticism, which I think is a really unattractive trait in anybody. So, at the end of the day, am I telling anyone else, am I prescribing onto anyone else what they should be doing about these artists? No. You need to come to your own reasoning. You need to decide for yourself what to do about these artists. And if one of you, is comes to a different conclusion on one of the artists that I listed there, if one of you is like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't agree with what J.K. Rowling said, but I absolutely want to continue supporting her monetarily because I want more Harry Potter. Fair enough. You do you. Same with Marilyn Manson. Same with Sia. Same with anyone. I think a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of people end up falling to this attitude of, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. To me, it seems like great artists are really miserable or they're just horrible people. Yeah, well, misery does create good art. Pain creates art. You know, I've created a lot of stuff out of my pain. A lot my songs that I've put out so far are all, you know, derived from pain that I've experienced in my life. And that's how I will continue to write music for some time. But that doesn't mean that my actions that I took while I was experiencing that pain are necessarily justified. You know, if I'm a depressed, horrible person going through a bunch of shit, you know, and that pain is able to help me create good art, that doesn't mean that I'm also excused if that pain also leads me to go rape someone, go abuse someone. And I think at the end of the day, we need to be able to just talk about these things as a society, talk about what they did, but learn to agree to disagree on the prescriptive judgments that are laid out on these people, or the because a lot of the time someone will be like, this movie needs to be canceled, this artist needs to be canceled, and they will go around trying to get everyone on the exact same bandwagon, on the same hate train, prescribing the same thing, and that can be a bit problematic. Now, if you're looking, if what you're actually just doing is looking for like-minded people who agree with you so that you can, you know, have a loud enough voice together, I guess that's fine, but as long as we can fucking agree on what we do and don't like as a society, what we will and won't put up with, and I'm using that in a very broad sense, then I don't think it should matter what each individual's conclusion is, right? Like, if we all look at this movie and we can all agree that, yeah, this is kind of bad for a lot of reasons, but maybe you want to get it taken down. Maybe someone else just wants to get some scenes removed. Maybe I just want a content warning in front of it. And I want people to be able to talk about it openly. We all have different conclusions, but we all agree that this thing is not acceptable. So the extent to which it's not acceptable, the extent to which we act on its unacceptability, that should be up for the individual to decide. Now, I know it gets a little bit trickier when, you know, studios end up canceling a person, or, you know, they fired Gina Carano. You know, but again, we got to make our own decisions. Disney made the decision that was right for Disney. And while I don't like capitalism or the way it works, and I don't like that companies are allowed to exist as people, and that companies have free speech as companies or whatever, like, I think there's some iffy stuff there, but at the end of the day, that's how it works. That's the system. And you know what? I would want to be able to fire someone who worked for me who was a piece of shit, okay? I don't want to, like, if I hired someone for my fucking chat to, like, edit my videos for me, and I found out they were posting Nazi shit on Twitter, should I not have the fucking ability, the right to disassociate myself from that person? And again, we can disagree on the actions that Disney took, but at the end of the day, they fucking took them. And we don't have control over that. I don't know, guys. I just think we can have far more productive conversations about these things without getting too cancel happy, and also without getting too anti-cancel happy. Because I think there's good discussions, there's good points on both sides, but overall, I think the answer is somewhere in the middle. The answer is more nuanced. You know, and kind of reminds me of, like, I know this is kind of like the inverse of this, but it reminds me of how, like, centrists, you know, they use, like, horseshoe theory to be like, what, look, see, the far left and the far right, they're exactly the same. Left and right, no different. It's like, what? No, there is a difference. What? The right's fascists. The left is actually trying to, like, fight for freedom and equality and better social programs and whatnot. They're objectively not the same thing. We gotta have a nuanced take. We can't just throw away all fucking nuance. What? Isn't one of your fellow podcasters the ghost a centrist? Who? What ghost? Oh, you mean a guy who lied? He hasn't been on in a while. Yeah, he calls himself a centrist. He's more of a, he's less politically engaged than any of us here. So I honestly, I don't know where he lies politically, and I don't really care. He's a decent dude. Great artists want to be left alone. Yeah, dude. Why won't you people leave me alone? Leave me the fuck alone. Oh, by the way, so yeah, speaking of, so someone, I saw someone in the chat was like, you need to have a discussion with TJ again. So I actually have been in talks with TJ, and hopefully we will be getting him on Underhaven this Thursday to have a chat. So yeah, and if he comes on, I'm gonna try and discuss a lot of these various disagreements that I have with TJ. Because look, I love TJ. I think he's a great dude, but there's a lot of shit, a lot of little things that I find really annoying about the way TJ has been reacting lately on Twitter, and I'd love to chat with him about it. I'd love to come to a common ground. Maybe I can, you know, understand his positions better, and he can understand mine a little better. And you know, that's all I want to do at the end of the day. That's all any of us need to be doing. Is trying to understand each other better and trying to understand the world better. Trying to understand everything better. Understanding is based. Oh my god. The champions of common practice and controversial opinions always seem to be white women? What? What? Okay. Some random irrelevant nonsense. You rarely will find someone who agrees with you 100%. Yeah, no, of course not. But I find when we can understand each other better, it leads to, like, well, better understanding. That's a good thing inherently, you know, like, but we need to try to, like, see our opponent's positions better Because look, I'll be honest. I'm pro unity. Yeah. Now, I don't want to unite with fascists, but I want to unite with anyone who wouldn't have me killed. Okay? Anyone who I believe to be a decent ally who would actually work with me. I want us to all align ourselves and try to come together and start focusing on solutions. And in order to do that, we have to have conversations. We have to talk about things. But I have all the correct opinions? Yes. Yes, of course you do. All the correct opinions. Whew, okay, how long have I been going here? I think I'll chill with y'all for another 20 minutes and then I'll probably head out. So if you guys want to chit chat with me about anything else, feel free. True, but it's sadly easier for people to demonize others instead of trying to understand why they think what they think. Yeah, it is. And I do it too sometimes. We all do it. But we have to realize at the end of the day, we are all people. We are all human beings. We have a lot more in common than not. And if we can just empathize and understand why someone comes to the position that they do, it'll help us to not view them as the enemy. It'll help us to come to more common solutions. We got to find that common ground because it exists. There's things there. I honestly, there's shit that like if you could like get like the entire country caught up on just a few key issues, explain to them the situation, explain to them the solutions, I think you could get most people to agree on certain solutions. Provided that certain bad actors have not already gone out of their way to undermine any of those solutions by propagandizing and fear-mongering about them, which does happen a lot. Which is why there's such a huge divide between the right and the left right now. Honestly, it didn't used to be this bad. It didn't. I remember when I was younger, it used to be more like, you know, hey, I'm a liberal, you're a conservative. Okay, yeah, we can get along. But now it's like, oh my God, you're a liberal? You're a lib cuck? God damn, you want to fucking turn our country into a socialist hellhole. And it's like, what? You're a conservative? You're a racist, MAGA, Trump-worshipping fucking piece of garbage. Fuck you. And it's like, I admit those people exist, by the way. But plenty of conservatives out there that just want to grill. Just want to do them. Just want to live their lives. And there's a lot of ignorance to a lot of the injustices that go on. There's a lot of ignorance to a lot of issues that a lot of people just don't have a dog in this fight. And that's why we need to come to better understanding with people. Do you know what I hate? When a game gives you a trash reward for completing a time-consuming or difficult task. I know, right? I know. Trust me, I know. Even one of my favorite games, Kingdom Hearts 2, does that at a couple points, and it makes me mad. But no, not as bad as Kingdom Hearts 3. Goddamn. Speaking of gaming, yo. Well, actually, a couple things on the gaming front. I'm gonna be doing a Kingdom Hearts stream here soon. I'm gonna start up a series where I just sit and chat with the chat and play a video game, and I might even start taking calls during those streams, so people can call in and chat with me while I'm playing a game. And I think I'm gonna fuck around with some Kingdom Hearts 2. I was gonna do Kingdom Hearts 1 first and try to do them in order, but I'm like, nah, fuck that. My favorite game is Kingdom Hearts 2, so I'm gonna start with Kingdom Hearts 2. I might do 1 later, I might do Birth by Sleep later, but we're doing 2, motherfuckers. 2 is the best, and I haven't played it in too long, so yeah. Same, open world games are the worst when it comes to stuff like that. Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5 were full of side missions like that. Oh, well, that's why I don't play those fucking games. Death to boring side quests, I know. Also, fuck games where it gives you a decent reward, but it makes you go through way too much shit, and in getting this reward, you're pretty much doing everything there is to do in the game, so that reward is now meaningless. Anyone who's played Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance knows what I'm talking about, or I guess Kingdom Hearts 3 as well. But yeah, getting the Ultima weapon in either of those games really does feel like I did everything I needed to do. What do I do with this thing now? Just fucking brag that I got it? Holy fuck. I hate that. Yeah, 2 is actually not too bad with that, because you actually can get the Ultima. It's not super easy to get the Ultima weapon, but there's definitely still shit to do. Oh, I know, Birth by... That's one of the few Kingdom Hearts games I've actually never gotten it in. I've never gotten it in Birth by Sleep, and I've never gotten it in... I think it's... Wait. Oh, I've never gotten it in Recoded. Or Days. Yeah, I guess the handheld ones, I've never got the Ultima weapon. Yeah, maybe maybe when I replay Birth by Sleep on here, I'll go for the Ultima weapon finally. If I do that, I'm getting it with Aqua, because Aqua's my girl, yo. Aqua's the best. I love Aqua. I want another game where you play as Aqua so bad, like a 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, the longest game title in the fucking world for the shortest Kingdom Hearts game ever. That gave me a taste of it, and I wanted more. I wanted fucking more. I love Aqua. Give me more Aqua. Fucking bitch. Fuck you, Nomura. You're garbage. Other than that, I want Birth by Sleep 2. I think if there could be any fucking game that I want to exist more than anything else, it's Birth by Sleep 2. I really want to follow up to Birth by Sleep. See, here's the sad thing, yo. They did all that work to create the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine, and I bet you if they use it again, they're only going to use it once. They fucking went out of their... Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, her voice actor wasn't the greatest. There's some story inconsistencies, but I don't care. I love Aqua. She's fun, and she's cool. And there's not enough fucking female characters in Kingdom Hearts. Like, I swear to God. Even the one game where it's like, oh, you get to play as Kairi, except no, you don't. You're just playing as Sora in Kairi's memories or some shit. Fuck off. Whatever. I didn't play that game. I didn't bother buying it. But yeah, and then the one game where you do get to be a girl, it's one of 3 characters. Aqua is cool, and a mage character, dude. You don't get... Like, there's not enough fucking focus on, like, mage characters in the Kingdom Hearts series. I think, actually, yeah, Dream Drop Distant... Birth by Sleep, sorry, is the only one where you really can go, like, full mage. Are you going to play Dark Road? No. I tried it. I couldn't stand it. It made me mad. It was boring. Like, honestly, I've been sitting here, like, the last fucking 3 or 4 years being like, okay, fuck Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. When the fuck are they going to remake Union Cross as a proper Kingdom Hearts title? And instead, they did the exact opposite. They made another shitty fucking mobile Kingdom Hearts game that no one wants to fucking play. I'm not wasting my time with it. I didn't want more info on Xehanort. I don't care about his backstory. I want to move on. Magic is OP in Kingdom Hearts. I know, that's why it's fun. I love being OP in Kingdom Hearts. I love grinding my character so they're ridiculously strong and being able, because I know how hard it is if you don't grind. And I love feeling that fucking power. I love feeling fucking powerful in that game. It's fucking amazing. I love one-shotting a fucking screen of enemy. Port to Switch? Abso-fucking... Dude, I want it so bad. I want Kingdom Hearts on the Switch so fucking bad. That's why it made me mad that they put Melody of Memories on the fucking Switch. Not even a real fucking Kingdom Hearts game. And it's on the Switch, but they can't put Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. They could put the entire 1.5 and 2.5 collections on there if they wanted to. And I would get them too. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably my most bought video game of all time. Actually, maybe not. Maybe Super Mario World is. Aside from Super Mario World, I own like a shit ton of copies of Kingdom Hearts 2. I own it on the original PS2. I have it on the PS3. I have it on the PS4. I have 2 copies of it on the PS4 for some reason. And yeah, I love Kingdom Hearts. I'd buy it again on the Switch though. I would, so I can play it on the go. Gimme. I'm sad because I bought Dragon Quest Builders 2 on the PS4 because it was like way cheaper than it was on the Switch, and I was like, fuck this. I'm not waiting for the Switch version to go on sale anymore. I'm buying it, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But like every time I got to put it down or I got to leave the house or whatever, I'm like, God damn it. I wish it was on the Switch. I love my portable gaming. Fuck y'all. I will always love my portable gaming. Anyone who doesn't agree can suck my dick. Ban console exclusive games, like fuck off. Why do I have to fork over several $100s for a new console? I agree. I fucking agree. Well, here's the upside for all the everyone who's never played a Kingdom Hearts game because they don't own a PlayStation. Now you can play them on PC because they're on the Epic Store. Yay, Epic Store. Yeah, whatever. Hey, maybe I'll get lucky and the Epic Store will like give one of them away, since they give away free games every fucking week. Oh, I actually have to download the Epic Store again. God damn it. I've been collecting games there. I don't really play them, but I'm like, oh, cool, new free game. I'll download that. I got Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 on the PC for that, which I actually really love that game. I did end up buying it on the Switch, though, because I wanted it on the Switch. I heard about that. Would have been nice about 2 or 3 years ago, but better late than never. Yeah. I don't know why it's an Epic Store exclusive, but whatever. I had a PlayStation in the 90s. The 90s, yo. Well, that's too long ago. Yeah, you have to have had a PS2 in the mid-2000s. The best era to be a fucking gamer. PS2, GameCube, Xbox, Game Boy Advance. What a time to be alive, dude. Those were my formative years in gaming. Fucking Super Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door, Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Those GameCube classics. I love me some GameCube. I've updated since then. You went I don't know. God damn it. But no, I don't like console exclusives, trust me. I hate that fucking Spider-Man is a exclusive to PlayStation. Because I'd love to recommend it to non-PS4 owners. I wish it was on the PC, because I'd actually buy it for PC if it were on sale or some shit, so I can stream it a little easier. Although I have a capture card now. I should stop doing that. Which is how I'm going to play Kingdom Hearts 2 soon. Soon. Very soon. And I'm going to try to do those streams a little earlier. I might do them on like Fridays or something. Just a chill day. It's like stream for like 2 or 3 hours. Gaming, chatting. Anyone heard of Atari game Frogger? Yeah, dude, Frogger. Frogger is dope. Gotta love Frogger. How interested are you in the Master of Masters as a character? Which character? I'm blanking on what that is. Oh, right. Okay, in Kingdom Hearts. I think it was interesting, but we haven't seen enough of him. He didn't even appear in a fucking game. He only that movie, by the way, that Union Cross movie made me mad because I was like, this should be a game. This should be a fucking game, a proper game, not a shitty mobile game. I was like, why isn't this its own game? Go away. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I liked it, but I used to intentionally get Frogger killed when I was 3. Damn, yo, you were a sadistic 3-year-old. I always cried when Frogger got killed. I was like, no, Frogger! But then he would appear again on the other side of the street, and he'd be fine. I was like, cool. But it wasn't the same Frogger. It was a new Frogger. We were just killing all the Froggers infinitely, letting them die, watching them die, doing nothing to save them. We should be ashamed. But yeah, no, honestly, I don't really care what they do with the Kingdom Hearts story anymore. I just want the games to be fun. Let's have some more fun games, okay? Why can't games be fun in general anymore, guys? I just want more fun games. Where are they? I want more games like Skyrim and Kingdom Hearts 2 that I can just play infinitely forever. That's really what I want. All I want out of a game. I want a game that can get me so addicted that I can just keep coming back to it over and over and over and over. Like, I'll be honest, Dragon Quest Builders 2 kind of feels like that. Like, I can do a shit ton of stuff in that game, and it makes me want to, like, progress in that game, but it makes me also want to waste my time, like, building random shit. Kingdom Hearts need to cut 3D and 3 out of its canon. That'll never happen. Because then they'd have to, first of all, because 3 is supposed to be the wrapping up to this long-ass fucking story that it's given us over the years, and they're not gonna just, nope, that wasn't canon, and now have to, like, come up with something better. Because I promise you they will not come up with something better. It'll be worse. I'm more interested in just saying, okay, those games happen. Let's move forward in the story. I want to see where Terra, Ventus, and Aqua go. That's what I want. That's why I want Birth by Sleep 2. I want a game that continues with their story, lets you play as all 3 characters. Fuck having multiple save files, too. I want a game has one save file like Dream Drop Distance did, where instead of switching between 2 characters, you can switch between 3, and instead of being forced to jump back and forth, it only forces you when you get to a certain point in the story, and then you can still go back if you want to. But yeah, I want that. I want a game where you can just play as all 3 characters in one save file, get them all leveled up, share something between them, and go on a new fucking adventure. Because I love Birth by Sleep. It's a great fucking game, and I want more. I want those characters fleshed out more. I want to see them in a proper fucking Kingdom Hearts game in like the same engine as Kingdom Hearts 3. And I mean, god damn it, that's the reason Kingdom Hearts 3 took so long to fucking come out, is because they fucking had to remake it in Unreal Engine 4, even though they had shit done for it already. They were like, nope, we got to make it look pretty. So you spent all those years updating the game and putting it in a better engine. At least use that engine now that it's made to put other fucking games in it. They could use the fucking Kingdom Hearts 3 template to put out 2 or 3 more fucking Kingdom Hearts games before that fucking engine goes out of date. But they won't. Instead, they'll make shitty side games that no one asked for, which is something they've always done. I'm kind of salty that they've changed it to this lazy mobile game format with this ugly art style and this terrible fucking gameplay mechanics, but like, there's always been side games for the Kingdom Hearts series that aren't as good. Chain of Memories, which isn't terrible. It was actually my first one, and I kind of liked it, but it's not the greatest. I see why some people really hate it. I'm already half Xehanort. Yeah, dude, you're either Xehanort or you're not Xehanort. There's no gray area. I fucking hate the camera controls in 3DS Dream Drop Distance. Well, that's why you gotta get the PS4 version. You gotta remaster, Joe. It's better. It's better, yo. Flash variants of Frogger, Realize TV. Please update me on that when you can. What? Oh, I've played so many Flash variants of Frogger. One variant had the doe. Oh, you mean like Homer Simpson's noise as a death sound? Okay, interesting. Yeah, just look, dude. Just look up Just look up Frogger Flash game. Just Google it. You'll come up with like 50 million fucking ways to play Frogger on your fucking computer, dude. It's not hard. Look up Study Island. Yeah, dude, look that up. Whatever it is. Okay. Whatever. I'll stick around for another 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna peace out. It's one of the games. It's a ladybug. Okay, dope. Oh, by the way, so it is Chess's birthday tomorrow, and we're probably going to be doing a stream on her channel. So everyone subscribe to Chess's channel so that we can do a stream, yo. Can do one of the best streams. It'll be dope. Whoa, did mclemore put out a new song? I love mclemore. mclemore is fucking dope. Fuck Kyle Kalinske. I already bitched at Kyle Kalinske, but holy fuck. Fuck him, dude. Fucking attacking mclemore because he made a dope fucking freestyle about Trump losing. Fucking neo-lib. Fucking neo-lib wine mom. Ugh. Kyle needs to go away. He needs to go away for a little while, do some self-reflection, and, I don't know. Try and not be such a fucking asshole. Kyle was very charitable to Rush. Ew. Ugh, whatever. Square Enix, Kingdom Hearts has been having huge success since, Kingdom Hearts has been having a huge success on the PS2. I know, let's release the next game on the Game Boy Advance. Why? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Kyle is annoying now. I can't stand watching him anymore. I really can't. Fucking Kyle. Yeah, a lot of people were really charitable to Rush. TJ and Paul were fucking appalling. Especially Paul. ugh, how dare you make fun of a dead person, dude? Like, I'm sorry. Rush Limbaugh is an unrepentant piece of absolute garbage who spread lies and propaganda throughout this country for decades. He spread bigotry and hatred. I'm still subscribed to Kyle, but I hardly ever watch him. You know what's weird? So I was looking at my analytics on my channel, and it actually tells me, I guess, the top 5 channels that my audience watches. They're all pretty obvious. Amazing Atheist, Deep Fat Fried, Vosh, Ideology, and Secular Talk. Interestingly enough. But I do hear that a lot from people that I watch. They're like, yeah, I don't really listen to Kyle much anymore. Not according to my fucking algorithm, okay? But yeah, dude. Damn, that's actually kind of interesting. Rush laughed at the deaths of people dying of AIDS. Yeah. He's done a lot of terrible shit. Like, it'd be hard to list all the terrible shit that Rush has said and done. It's kind of interesting, yo. I got my fucking age and gender ratio is kind of interesting. 52% female, 47% male. This used to be way more skewed. Like, this used to look like this. Like male, female. I love how I apparently have no viewers under 25 or above or over 34. I'm sure that's perfectly accurate. I'm sure that's accurate. But yeah, see, we got there's my top viewers. The people that I can't stream during, otherwise nobody watches. Good info to know. You can't celebrate the death of the worst people, couple exceptions, unless you want to shit on categorical imperative logic, which I think adds, which I add is your free thinking choice. Wait. You can't celebrate the death of the worst people unless you want to shit on categorical imperative logic. What do you mean by that? You have to elaborate. What are you saying? Why do shit people take so freaking long to die? Yeah. Look, I'm an honest person. Or I try to be. I'm not always honest, but I try to be honest about my feelings. And look, I'm not going to sit and pretend that I'm unhappy about the fucking death of someone who I believe does categorical harm. I can't lie about that. I can't be like, oh, my thoughts and prayers go to the family and friends of Rush Limbaugh. I mean, they do. I feel for those people. Anyone who misses Rush, I get it. Loss is hard. But I'm also thinking about the material outcome of his death. The utilitarian benefit of his death. Which is that he will no longer be able to spread the lies, bigotry, propaganda, and misinformation that he has for decades, that he has used to tear this country apart for decades. And I know another person is just going to take his place, but the fact that he is gone, like that's not outweighed by the fact that, like, he's gone. He is gone. He has done a lot of harm, and he is gone. And I cannot be unhappy about that. I just can't. The world is a kinder place without him, and I'll celebrate the fuck out of that. Yeah. That's pretty much where I'm at. Like, I can't deny that overall his death has a positive outcome, which is that he no longer gets to speak his bullshit. Okay? That's that. His death wouldn't mean as much if he had been retired for some time. Yeah, no, he was still the biggest person on the radio. He was still one of the most listened to political commentators on the radio. I think the most listened to. There was still a huge fucking segment of people listening to his dumb fucking ass. It's the hate. It keeps the body young. Yeah, dude. Nah, hate's not good. And look, I don't like being hateful. I don't like the fact that I hate Rush Limbaugh. And I think he's a disgusting person. But he is. And I can't deny objective facts. Or at least facts as I view them. I guess they're not objective, but it's how I view them. I have to be honest about my opinion, and I'm not going to... And yeah, there are people out there whose deaths I would celebrate and will celebrate, and I'm not going to pretend that that's not the case. And maybe celebrate is a little too glib of a term, but there's definitely people who can die who I'll be like, okay, that's a good thing. I got to admit that's a good thing. Radio is right-wing as fuck. Yeah, it is. It really is. Really fucking right wing. Oh, what was I looking for? God damn it. Okay. Unterhaven. Okay. So guys, everyone, again, go subscribe to Chess, my wife's channel. It is her birthday tomorrow, and we're going to be streaming over there tomorrow night. So, yeah, go subscribe to her so you can come join us. Fuck yeah. Here, I'll, I will end the stream as a good cat girl, like Chess wanted. She ordered other ones as well. I hope there's one that doesn't have fucking bells, because I don't like the bells. NPR is the only good radio. Yeah, I don't even like NPR. I'd rather just listen to YouTube. It's amazing how people like Rush can spew out so much crap that they may not even believe it's just for the money. Yeah. Can we get an ooh-woo? No. Never. Not in a million years. I don't even know how to do an ooh-woo. The bells are different. Yeah. Yeah, maybe actually, I know Chess wants to dress me up like more of a cat girl tomorrow. So, if you want to see me dressed up like a cat girl even more, then don't miss the stream on Chess's channel tomorrow. Go subscribe and turn on notifications for that bitch, or join the Discord. Again, guys, join my Discord if you haven't. That is where I post that's where I post all the things. That's where I post all my streams, and you can get special notification roles so you never miss my streams, guys. Why would you want to miss my streams? You don't. I know you don't. So just go. God fucking damn it. Join the Discord. Holy fuck. Okay. That's not working. There we go. Join the Discord, y'all. because then you can get notifications and you can chat with me and we can get that server more fucking active, yo. People bitch that it's not active enough. Well, I try to be active. I need more active people. Come be in my server. Fuck yeah. Anyway, I'm probably gonna go. Got some shit to do. I love you guys. I will be back. Well, I'll be back on Chess's channel tomorrow, and depending on when we finally get that Pokemon Direct that we're expecting for the 25th anniversary, me and Annie will be back on Stoned Rejects for a breakdown of that, where you guys will be able to call in, which will be fun. And hopefully also on Thursday, we will be having TJ on, the amazing atheist, so that I can finally I can beat his ass in a fucking debate. Hells yeah. I'm a fucking TJ gonna get pwned, yo. TJ's gonna get pwned. I'm gonna pawn your ass situation. I'm gonna pawn TJ, yo. I'm gonna pawn his ass. It'll be fun. He said maybe, so hopefully that'll work out. Just fucking subscribe to everything. Turn on all the notifications. Don't miss shit. Come on, guys. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb. I mean, if you want to see everything I do, again, just join my Discord. I post it all in there. Anyway, I'm going to peace on out of here. Again, I love y'all. Stay safe. Stay beautiful. And never lose hopium. Because hopium is goddamn important. More important than hate. Fuck hate. Fucking do all the hopium. Fuck yeah. And consider joining my Patreon if you guys want to also. It's only $2 a month, and it gets you access to all of my private shows, including some of my dope-ass fucking private shows where I've been making fun, having some really good streams making fun of my old cringe content, guys. It's really fun. Join it. Join that shit. All right. I love you guys. Peace out. Piss off. Have a great evening and a great week. I love you all, and I'll see you all.